If you want your sports podcast funny and real,
JB and Betty Blue Review, and ooh, the Valley hot, baby.
tune in to the former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges and Benny Blue for the JB and Benny Blue Review.
Yo, Benny, check this out, man.
Pow.
I ain't rocking nothing but Valley Boys Association all summer, bro.
It.
You know what I'm saying?
Zach and Cody, baby.
Uncensored. Late nights here on the Casual Sports Radio Network.
Oh, baby. That's right. The review is back for your listening and viewing pleasure. And wouldn't you know it, we are in the presence of a goddamn Hall of Famer. That's right. Southern Miss to the top. Woo-wee. Dr. Jeremy G. Bridges III Esquire is officially a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
How does it feel, good sir?
Yes.
Talk to the people.
Yes. First of all, reviewers, I appreciate all the love. All the thank you, congratulations. I just want to thank everybody, man, for showing love on my personal page, 73 King JB 73 on Instagram and on Twitter. Of course, you know me, BIG. It was phenomenal. The love, amazing. All right, the actual thing, beautiful. Right, I got there in the 12th hour, in time to get my plaque and to sit on stage and talk to the smooth voice of Southern Miss Athletics, John Cox. As he interviewed me and asked me a bunch of questions about, my career at Southern Miss, so on and so forth. So it was a beautiful weekend. Friends, family, everybody. It was just beautiful, man. It was perfect.
Well, we're glad you got there safely despite the sideways rain and all the elements trying to get there. The rental car debacle that we were talking about in our patent production meeting, and you made it. You were fashionably late, but right on time, as they say.
As always.
And you got to be on the sideline where you acquired that beautiful alumni hat that sits atop your head as we speak and record this fine Savage broadcast, which
That's right.
is episode 237. So listen, man, Southern Miss, it's been a little bit up and down. We were talking about that as well, but God damn it, I have a feeling that things are going to get better for the Southern Miss program as they continue to bring back those who helped build the foundation.
That's right.
Like one Jeremy Bridges. So he's
right.
a Hall of Famer. Reviewers,
right.
Make sure to show him love on his post if you haven't already at 73 King JB 73. Tap in with him. Tap in with us, goddammit, at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got exclusive content, the whole thing. New live stream time. Yes, Desert reviewers. We know you flipped the clock. We got you. So now, starting next week, 6:30 Pacific on the West Coast. Then it's going to be 7:30 Mountain Time, AZ time, and then 9:30 there. East Coast, so it's a little bit earlier for you folks who can tap in with us, of course.
Nice.
And hopefully, if the man joins us, Earl, we're talking to you. Goddammit, he is the El Presidente of CasualSports.com, where you can find our content constantly streaming. It's live streaming radio and video out of Phoenix, right there in the desert. And listen, man, as JB knows, one hot dollar you spend it on feet pics on OnlyFans anyway. Why don't you give it to your boys? Patreon.com/JB and
4 quarters.
That's
10 dimes,
100 pennies. We've let the list
20
goes
nickels,
on and on.
Right? 20 nickels, 100 pennies. You know what I mean?
Speaking of bringing the content around in YouTube, Dr. Bridges live streaming Tuesdays. Burning Bridges coming to YouTube. Correct? This is coming to YouTube.
Here's the thing about the Burning Bridges podcast. We had to scrap it for the year. My producers out in Philly had a lot going on. So the Burning Bridges will resume next year, right? I will be guest appearing on some of the shows out in Philadelphia, the All About the Birds family and All About the Birds Network and the AAT Sports Media Network on YouTube. I had to slow myself down to catch it to make sure I got the name right. So you can still see me on these shows. But as far as the Burning Bridges go, my producer, Johnny, shout out to you, big fella. Family man, newborn, a daughter who's active, doing things, married, new home.
Man's got priorities.
It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hold back on that. So yeah, JB. So the Burning Bridges podcast has been sidelined, if you will, for a little bit, but we're still here.
All right. Well, listen, we may have to talk offline about how we can keep the content moving for that, because I know you're building the brand with Burning Bridges. But in the meantime, of course, you can check JB's shining face and hear his lovely velvety voice here. And Johnny, your Eagles are 8-0 for the first time, maybe ever. So we got to have Johnny U, once he's put the kids to bed or taken them to daycare, give them to the wife. You need to hop on with us and talk some EAGLES Eagles, because they're quite the year.
Definitely get all the boys and all about the Birds family on to run their yap about them goddamn birds.
Yes, we're due for that collab. And speaking of the collabs, man, tap it with our guys, Valley Boy Association Clothing. Go to valleyboyassociationclothing.com. Use code podcast22 for 20% off your order at checkout. Tap in with them, young boys, man. They're running all over the desert. They are making plays. They're getting up in stores. First time ever for Mitch. Thank you for the Eagle stat there. And yes, yours truly will be in Des Moines, Iowa, to celebrate our other sponsor. DimToBuy.com is getting hitched, baby. So help him pay for this wedding by getting a new or pre-owned vehicle. Text review to 515-444-7003 and follow him or DM at It's Tim to Buy on Instagram. He'll get you into the car of your dreams. Listen, man, you guys know the deal. Whether you're tapping in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram, please drop a comment or a question, and we will get to it as we go through our show. God damn it. And BG fans, we know it's been a tough sledding this year, but get your Bird Gang All Day unisex made-to-order shirt. Get 10% off using code BG at checkout. JB and Benny Blue Review.com/stout. And sponsor, he's giving the side of the old bird. Sponsorship, interviews, new music, and hate mail. You know we react to the new music on Savage Reactions. JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. And you know we got Money Making Mitch in the toe, who will be jumping on here with us in just a moment. So that's paying some bills. We thought we were going to have Earl on. Maybe Earl will slide on with us here at the end from parts unknown, wherever the fuck this guy casually is at. But we have business to attend to, and that means we got to get to a little State of the Boy Gang with JB, a special graphic that I made just for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Bam! State of the Boy Gang. Oh, he's been drinking. Word
God
to
have mercy. Them Stellas. What?
Bam, we see you. Appreciate you tapping in. I will see you tomorrow, my guy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bam. All right.
Mitch, I don't want to hear.
Mitch talking shit in the chat.
Mitch,
all right.
I don't need your remarks. All right.
Oh my God. State of the Burger.
Go ahead.
State of the Burger. All right. So I thought we were gonna have more people on, but damn it, JB, you are a resident BG Presidente. Current assessment of the BG 3-6, fourth in the NFC West. Just give the overall. We know how you feel about Cliff. The overall global assessment.
We are too talented to be 3-6. That being said,
word to Buddha Baker.
You can't word to Buddha, right? Shout out to Buddha Baker, man. I appreciate his passion. I appreciate him standing up, you know what I'm saying, being a leader and saying what needs to be said. There needs to be some talks behind the scenes because accountability goes for everyone, right? We're all professionals, from coaches to general managers to owners to players, hell to the training staff, right? We are all professionals, so we all have to be held accountable for our actions, right? You guys know how I stand on Cliff, and I'm going to stand as tall as whatever the tallest mountain is in the United States of America. I'm going to stand on that one, and I'm going to scream it out. Cliff Kingsbury, you are a horrible head coach, right? You are a horrible coach. You need to kind of give it up, bro. You just do. It's not your laissez faire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay, right? At this point, I don't even think you could be a high school coach and have success, bro. Like,
God.
I'm Benny, like, come on, man. We all watching the same thing. We all watching the same thing, right? At some point you have to be a leader first. Before you're a play caller, before you're a decision maker, you have to be a leader first, which means you have to lead by example. He doesn't do that, right? And it's evident, right? With all the mistakes that we make, the horrible play calling, putting the team in a horrible position constantly, we're always behind the chains on offense, getting the plays in with 11 seconds left on the play clock. Like, these things are horrible. They're bad. They're not good. There's no way around it. We are bad right now as a football team. We should not be 3-6. Rightfully, I say it, and I'll continue to say it. There's only one game that we rightfully should have lost, and that was the first game we played against the Kansas City Chiefs. They whooped our ass. We wasn't ready. We could have played our best game. We still would have whooped them that game, right?
Yeah,
it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. He should be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, look, they spent the first 4 weeks of the season exchanging wins and losses, right? But then you look at they fall the Eagles they only lose the Eagles by 3, right? And then 19-9 against the Squawks the first time. I mean, 42-34, 34-26 the following week to the Vikings. I mean, with the talent that they have, it's not like they're going out there and they're getting ran off the block in a lot of these games. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, even the Rams of week 3, 20-12. I mean, and considering how the division is, Frisco is 4-4. The Rams are 3-5. What they got this week? I mean, that shit's kind of wild. So, look, Cardinal killers. Besides Cliff, we got Cliff. What are some of the things that you're just seeing on the field that are really affecting how up and down it's been for them? Are we talking about mistakes, turnovers, penalties? What's really killing them?
Here's the thing, Benny. It all stems from that. Right? We're getting pre-snap penalties because of the fact we can't get the play in on time. Right? We're taking timeouts early in the game when we shouldn't be taking timeouts because we're not getting the play in on time. Right? The kid don't even have time to communicate when you want to communicate with his players, with his fellow teammates, because we're not getting the play in on time. Right? So, I mean, but the 8 rush defense, top 8 pass defense, top 8 most penalized team. Right? That's all run-of-the-mill, right? That's all run-of-the-mill. And run-of-the-mill will get you a run-of-the-mill season. We are too talented not to be extraordinary. And it all stems from the head of a snake. Like, there ain't nothing I'm finna say, Benny. I'm not finna be like, oh, this cat got to play better. These cats got to play better. Guys are improving. Even Zaven Collins, who I thought was the worst linebacker ever in life in the beginning of the season, is improving.
In life,
in the history of football. He was horrible. React time was slow. Right, he overran plays. Like, he did everything wrong in linebacker. He's improving, right? Isaiah Simmons is improving. The D-line is playing better ball. They're staying healthy. The offensive line, even though they're kind of banged up right now, is playing decent ball. I can't direct the blame to anybody but the head man, Benny.
I mean, it's pretty telling what Mitch is pulling up. I mean, bottom 8 in rush defense, top 8 in pass defense. Points per. I mean, yeah, it's just like a lot of when you look at a lot of their team stats, they're very much in the middle, and to me, that does lack identity. Like, where the hell are you at with this shit? You know what I mean?
There's no identity, but again, Benny, that comes from the head of the fucking snake.
Right.
Based on what coach you're playing, what kind of team you're about to play. Right. We know what kind of team we're about to play when we play the Cardinals. They're more concerned with the fuck they're wearing, you know what I'm saying, than how they playing. Oh. Right? That shit just irks my nerves. I know this is social media and this is what they want people to see, but we got to get back to fucking football. Right? We got to get back to football, bro. Right? The whole complete overhaul of our mindset. We got to get back to fucking football. This shit needs to be business when it's time for business. And it starts with the motherfucker who's calling the plays, who's the head man. He needs to fucking go. We will never be good as we can be until we get real leadership at the head. Motherfucker holding the steering wheel got to be a dog, and he's not a dog.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because obviously we knew this before going to season, and we both saw that trailer, and I retweeted what you said on your Twitter at BIG, and Buda Baker was making an eerily similar speech to Jamal Williams in Hard Knocks, and as the Bird Gang reviewers know, it was announced, and it's debuting. Actually, you'll be able to watch it tomorrow morning. They're getting Hard Knocks in season with the BG. This is probably the worst case scenario that they would want to have cameras in their face. So the question is, how will the lights, camera, and action from Hard Knocks in season affect the remainder of the season, do you think?
It ain't going to affect shit. Because the cameras is on there in game time. And they're bigger and brighter, right? And they're reaching a broader spectrum, right? So it ain't going to mean shit. Right? It ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing. Cliff needs to go. Period. We can fuck about Hard Knocks. I don't fuck about none of that shit. Cliff needs to go for us to be successful.
And that leads me to the next question I had about this. Do you think we're going to see like a firing or a major shakeup on this show?
I mean, yet to be seen, bro. Yet to be seen. I'm not going to say yes or no because, I mean, at this point, I thought the man should have been fired last year. So I don't think he's going to get fired just because they got a camera in their face. I don't think that's going to happen, right? If they're going to fire him, they're going to fire him, right? They ain't got nothing to do with Hard Knocks. If they're gonna fire him, they're gonna fire him. If they was
Right.
gonna fire him, they'd have fired his ass goddamn Sunday after the game.
Well, Mitch, if you could, and I think JB, you might know when is their Cardinals haven't had their bye week yet, right? It's in like 2 weeks.
It's like later. It's like second half of the season, so it's probably like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, most giveaways and most plays. That is a hell of a combination of stats for the BG. So that's what I'm wondering, right? Week 13.
Week 13, right? Yeah.
So you got to figure because Hard Knocks in season, just like Hard Knocks, is that 5 episodes too?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because they started. I mean, this is week 9. So
Right.
they started it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they're doing the back end of the season. So. Yeah,
right.
There's a strong possibility that we could see it happen during the show, but just coincidence.
That's why I asked the question because the bye week you would think
that's just coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Just because the show's there, right? But I mean, I don't think they're gonna stunt in front for the show. If you're gonna get rid of this motherfucker, get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the cameras influence you to do it. All right.
Well, the reason why I asked the question is I wonder if the cameras actually influence them to not pull the trigger on getting rid of him because they don't want to do it on camera. They don't want to create the drama when they should fire him.
It's gonna be drama regardless. As soon as it make the headlines, right? ESPN gonna go crazy. They're gonna talk about how shitty the team has been. And yeah, we've been quote unquote improving, right? And yeah, we've been starting hot the last 2 seasons and fell off like a bad bag of that dope. They're gonna point out all the bad that has happened since he's become a coach for the Cardinals. So, man, it's gonna go crazy, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be ugly.
Well, and finally, for the State of the Bird Gang, the Drunk Barney edition, we got to get to it. The next 4 at the Rams, who were 3-5, hosting Frisco, are currently 4-4, hosting the Chargers, and then hosting the Pats Dudes. The 3 home games in a row. JB, for each of these games, are you saying win, loss, or coin toss? Could go 50-50.
Coin toss with all of them. I don't know who we are. I don't know who we are, right? And every team that we're playing has an identity, but they've just been unfortunate, right? They know what they're going to do, but they've just been unfortunate, right? We don't know why the Rams ain't clicking, right? The 49ers are just, I don't know, they just running the mill no matter how good they are. DeMeco Ryans is a great defensive coordinator. Shanahan's a great play caller. They got great talent, right? The Chargers are, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They can be dangerous. And the Patriots are like, they even more, right? But they have an identity. They know what they want to do, right? And they'll do it against us because we'll fucking allow it. We'll allow it, right? So I'm coin tossing all that shit. I'm not putting no expectations on none of these games. Again, I love my Bird Gang, but I don't like them right now. So this is what it is.
I feel like they're going to split. I feel like they're going to go into LA and win because Stafford is a strong possibility. He might not play because he's in, concussion protocol. So that would be the last blow that they could take. I think they lose to Frisco. I think they beat the Chargers, and I think they lose to the Pats. And then they go 2-2 with the split. Only because I only say they lose to the Pats because I feel like this might be hell on wheels by the time we get to that point with the Cliff and Kyler thing. And old Belichick might be dialing it up to have them, have the whole thing contained.
Yeah, it's I mean, bro, it's a shit show. It's a complete shit show, and it's more disheartening to me than disappointing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we are a talented football, as talented as any team in the NFL. It don't matter who they are, all right? It don't matter. Don't matter.
JB, you're like a disappointed parent right now.
I am.
I can hear your voice.
That's the worst thing you can hear from your folks, right?
I'm not
so
mad.
disappointed.
I'm just disappointed.
No, man. I'm disappointed. Love you, but don't like you right now. Sorry.
Oh my God. All right. So that's a little State of the Bird Gang. If you have your thoughts along this fine Savage broadcast, you can drop them in the comments wherever you are watching, and we will get to that. Or you can, of course, type it in the comments here when you see the replay here on our YouTube before we get into a little recap. Again, let's pay some bills, man. Tap in with our folks, Valley Boy Association Clothing. Go to valleyboyassociationclothing.com. Use code podcast22. Get 20% off your order at checkout. And again, get our guy, the soon-to-be married man, simtobuy.com. Text review to 515-444-7003 or DM him at It's Tim to Buy on Instagram. He'll get you into the vehicle of your dreams. And again, any sponsorship increase, please email us JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com, and make sure to follow us for all your social media needs at JB and Benny Blue, and subscribe on YouTube, baby. Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. $1 hot for the podcast and all that, and get your Bird Gang All Day shirt made to order. Use code BG for 10% off. JB and Benny Blue Review.com. He's giving the bird side eye, goddammit. JB and Benny Blue Review.com/Stowe. All right, man. Let's get into it here with a little recap of what's happening with Week 9. So we talked about it a little bit, so you don't have to touch on it too much. But recap what happened in Week 9. BG falls Seattle at home, 31-21. The Squawks have won 4 straight. JB, just real quick assessment of what you saw from the BG in particular in this game, and what you're seeing out of Seattle trying to make Geno Smith an MVP candidate. Goddammit, what the hell's going on in Seattle?
Mistakes and inconsistency from the Cardinals, which we've been seeing all year, and identity, having an identity and pushing and knowing exactly what you're going to do game plan wise and executing it in Seattle. That's all they're doing. There's nothing fancy, right? Geno is making some great plays. He is, but he's being consistent. He's throwing the ball down the field when he needs to. He's hitting the shorties. He's hitting the check downs. He's running if he needs to. They're handing it off to their running backs. The offensive line is getting stretches, and they're stretching defense, and these running backs are hitting the hole. Then their defense is playing lights out ball, right? So, you don't need a bunch of stars and celebrities, to make your team good. You just need a bunch of cats who believe in what you're doing and go out and play hard. And that's what Seattle got.
What do you think? I mean, with the way this shit is going, I mean, with Seattle, maybe Mitch can pull up the playoff standings. I believe they're the number 2 seed in the NFC right now. I mean, do you think at this point they're lined up to win the NFC West, or do you see maybe Frisco making a run, or could the BG, for God's sake, get some shit together?
Well, we ain't gonna do shit, right? So you can count us out. Frisco might get hot. Frisco might get hot late. They did it last year, right? Seattle might take a dive. You know what I'm saying? They won 4 straight. They could very easily lose 4 straight, right? So, I mean, it's still a toss-up, to be honest. As much as I'm bagging on my Cardinals team, I just don't see us being smart enough at the top to get our team rolling. I just don't see it, right? So, and I'm talking about coaches. I just don't see us being smart enough, from the neck down, from the head to the neck down, to make us successful enough to go 3-1. Because we gotta go. If we gotta stay in contention in any kind of way, we gotta go 3-1. These 4 games we just talked about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 100%.
We gotta go 3-1. Yeah. Right. So Seattle right now, they're doing their thing, but again, they can fall off like a bad bag of that dope quickly, right? And Geno Smith can still Geno Smith, right? So right now, everything looks good. Everything looks great. But I mean, this is Week 9, right?
Week 10, actually.
Week 10 coming up. Like, yep. Who the fuck knows, man?
Right.
Who knows? Right now, Seattle's looking great, right? And if they keep doing what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? We being Week 10, you know what I'm saying? It'll be what 7 more games left, right? They could very easily go 4-3, you know what I'm saying? These next 7 games and be a top seed, right? And don't nobody want to go to Seattle and play in the playoffs, man. So
3 seed, thank you, Mitch. Yep. So Eagles in the forgive me, Mr. You like that? Who you saw in our promo in the sugar daddy, the sugar daddy. Ooh wee. Oh man, Kirk Cousins is looking like you.
Kirk Cousins is living his best fucking life, and I love it. You're right, Kurt. I like that. I like to see it.
Kirk Cousins was looking like he took his first visit to a goddamn HBCU, and they put all them fucking chains on his nerdy ass.
Kirk Cousins looked like that one white dude in Florida, you know what I'm saying, that grew up in Broward County. You know what I'm saying? They grew up in Broward County with the gold teeth and the chains. That's him.
Ooh-wee. Well, Mister, you like that. You like that in Washington, so we'll get to that. Hey, speaking of you liking that, Dr. Friedman, oh, this one warmed my heart. Damn it, I know you knew it did when you're coming back from the old sip. Ooh-wee. Normally, JB, as you know, this scenario when the Packers go to Detroit plays out like the 7th sequel to a horror movie. Just when you think they're out, they pull you back in. Some controversial mistake happens, and wouldn't you know it, Gregory Hines hop along Rodgers, slangs it 50 yards, somebody catches it, and that's how they win. But in the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. 3 picks for Rodgers, 2 to Kirby Joseph. Hell of a draft pick by Brad Holmes out of Illinois, and then 1 by Aiden Hutchinson in the end zone. Rodgers was fucking screaming at the air like Charlie Brown. I loved it. Every minute of it.
Punching the air like Trey on Boys in the Hood. All right?
Oh,
it's like
my
that.
God.
It's like that. Ooh.
Oh man,
like that.
And they got it done. It was beautiful, man. When facing division teams in the red zone, Rodgers 41 on TDs to interceptions, and he threw 2 in the red zone in 1 game. That is a hell of a stat, Mitch.
That's right.
Hey, great pickup. Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen this play out so many times. I mean, JB, now you kind of talk about where the BG has to do. The Packers, man, they are kind of shitty. And they didn't make any real serious moves to get Rodgers any help. I guess there's still the possibility they could get OBJ. I probably wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in that. Is it kind of a lost season at this point for the old Pack?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see him getting no better. But at the same time, maybe so, right? If they try to simplify some things, right? They got a coach that's got some sense. He has an offensive identity. He has offensive mind, all right? He knows he has a great quarterback, one of the greatest ever played this game, right? Still got a great running back in Jones. Still got Dillon, right? Offensive line is not really patchwork. They're kind of intact, right? So they got some decent things going. Their defense can still be disruptive. They got some good things going. They just gotta kind of step back and reevaluate what they're doing right and wrong, and they could turn the tables real quick, right? So I got more faith in them not doing my bird game. So
really,
easy way. He got weapons. He got cats he can throw the ball to, right? He got 13. He got the tight end, right? He got Cobb. He got cats. Is Cobb IR or no? Because
Cobb's been out. I think Cobb's in the IR. Yeah.
Okay, so Cobb out, but these young cats got to step up, and I think stepping back and simplifying the offense will do that for them. All right, they have 19 rushing attempts. You know what I'm saying? With solve issues, yeah, without a doubt. So you just got to step back and look at what you're doing right. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. Step back and look at what you're doing right. Focus on that. What you're doing wrong, we're going to kind of pull that back because we're not doing that good right now. So let's focus on what we're doing right and continue to push that, right? And then start to sustain drive, make drives longer so our defense can rest, right? So, I mean, I believe they can be okay. I believe in their head coach. I don't believe in ours. So, yeah, I think they're going to be just fine.
Well, talking about doing the right things, Bengals beat your former employer 40-21 behind Joe Mixon's 5 TD. Shout out to whoever has his ass on fantasy. Good God almighty.
55.1 points on fantasy.
Wow.
55.1 by his damn self. 5 TDs against the Panthers, who don't know what the fuck they got going on right now. They don't know if they're coming or going, right? And then the Bengals is just doing Bengal things, to be honest, right? We knew it was only going to be a matter of time before the Bengals start to settle down and settle in and play decent football. The Bengals are going to be one of those teams that get hot late, and they're going to be a fucking problem, you know what I'm saying, towards the end of November, beginning of December.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mitch Rodgers certainly needs help. All right, speaking of future Hall of Famers and GOATs, the Bucks beat the Rams 16-13 on a last-minute Brady-led drive. JP, my theory is the ink on that divorce decree had dried, and he got his mind right. He looked like Brady in the last minute of the game. He looked like Brady. It
was great to see him hug Byron Leftwich at the end of the game. Right, that was a man that was relieved. Right, and Leftwich ran to him and hugged him because you know what that man been going through. Right, he's right there in the building with him every day. He's in the quarterback room with him every day. I'm pretty sure they've had some in-depth conversations. Probably at some point they wanted to sit him down and let him take a little time away from football so he can get his mind right. I'm pretty sure Brady was like, fuck that shit. It's all I got right now. I need to focus on it. I need to be here for the team. Even though he did miss a fucking walkthrough on a Saturday, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that is what happened in that building. So it was great to watch, great to see. Right? It was beautiful because, anytime the Rams get beat, I'm all for that, first and foremost. All right. Second of all, of course, again, the Rams going to do what they do. And if you can't contain them, they will run off and win games on you easily. So shout out to the Bucs defense for keeping that thing tight. And Todd Bowles and our defense coordinators for keeping that thing tight. And then, hey, shout out to, of course, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game for going out there and shit. It looked like they was done. Defense got the ball back for them, and they went out there and just did Brady doing Brady things, right?
Yeah, a lot of communication and execution issues kind of leading up to like really this game. Do you feel like now? Do you feel like the focus is there for them to make a run? Like they're hosting. They're actually, pardon me, they're playing in Germany, for God's sake.
Right,
They're playing
Seattle.
Germany.
Yeah, they're playing Seattle in Germany.
So, I mean, are they going to get it together?
What did we just say, right? What did I just say about Seattle? They could go on a 4-game losing streak, right? You come in and they're hot, but you like momentum. Let's talk about who's got the most momentum right now. The Bucks do, right?
Yep.
Because Seattle's on a 4-game winning streak. The Bucks just got a taste of victory after 3 games that they lost. So they got a taste of victory knowing that they can be good. So they're going to come in against a Seattle team who has had success for the last 4 games. And I believe the Bucks are going to beat them over there in Germany.
Okay, we'll talk about that in our old Savage picks.
Farfignugan.
It's very good. Oh my God. All right. And finally, this will lead into our next segment, which will bring in our guy Earl on. The Pats dude thumped the Colts 16-3 so bad that they fired their head coach Frank Reich after they've already fired the OC. Frank Reich, 33-1 in 5.5 seasons. Remember, he started with Andrew Luck before Andrew Luck flew the coop during a preseason game. So it's not really that Frank Reich is necessarily a bad coach per se. It's just a fucked up situation, which will lead us to our next segment in just a moment. But JB, your assessment of what the Pats did to them, and then what the fuck is going on with the Colts? They bench Matt Ryan, Sam Ellinger. What the hell's going on?
The Pats did Pat things, right? They take away your number 1 option. They take away your number 2 option. And then they say, okay, beat us, right? That's what they did. The Colts on defense have been spotty all year, right? So it wasn't their game to win per se. And then again, the Pats are learning a new offense, right? So no matter how much of an offseason you have, you don't get those real live bullets. So again, we talk about teams that are going to get hot at the end of November, beginning of December. You're looking at one of them, right? Because if they keep Mac Jones healthy, they're going to be just fine. And against a Belichick-led team, these guys are all about business. This is just Belichick's MO. Right. So that's what happened. Right. They took away anything they wanted to do, anything they thought they wanted to do, whatever they've done to be successful. They were like, you're not going to do that against us. So now what you going to do? Right.
Earl in the chat, cutting promos on Bailey Zappi and shit. Yeah. Damn.
Right. Oh. He does. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Kind of preseason. You know what I'm saying? Lucky at 7 starts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So look, hey. Here's what it is. Belichick did Belichick things, baby.
Well, Mr. Bridges, look what the cat dragged in who decided to join us, the El Presidente of casual sports. Oh my God, it's Casual E himself.
Hey, you know what? I think Earl's still hungover from that Arizona State win over UCLA. You know what I'm saying? He's still hungover. You know what I'm saying? Because they got crazy after the win. You know what I'm saying? Arizona State knocking off the ranked UCLA. So I think Earl went a little overboard with the celebration, so I think that's why he's kind of been MIA.
Oh my God, Earl,
now we can't hear you,
man. Oh, don't make us kick you out, man.
Still drunk.
Jesus,
still drunk.
You're still drunk. We can't hear him.
Still drunk.
Earl, it's like when you're at the Suns Arena. Oh my God, where's he at? Check 1 2. Mitch, you're fired.
Get out and get back in, Earl.
All right, I'm kicking you out and bringing you back in. God damn it. Oh, my God. Let's try this again. Earl Burnett.
Pause.
Can we hear him?
No,
we can't hear
beer.
him.
I'm going to go grab a beer while y'all get Earl right, because this shit might take all night.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. On the live stream, for Christ's sake. Well, don't be long. We're going to bring in your patented segment. Jesus. Yes, we know UCLA won. Thank you very much. Jesus. Earl, we can't hear you, man. Can you check 1 2? No, we can't. And you're not in your studio. Come on, man. Jesus. This is what we get. The #1 show on casualsports.com. The flagship show. We get muted Earl. What type of shit is this? Oh my God. Oh man. And Mitch, you bring up a good stat. 7 starting quarterbacks. He had Luck. He had, who else did he have? He had fucking Rivers, Hoyer, I think. Who were the 7? Oh, that's some trivia. Who are the 7 on this? Luck, Hoyer, Rivers, Matty Ice, Sam Ellinger, All right. Well, he's going to jump back on. So, damn it, we got to get into it right now and keep this show moving. With a little segment that we like to call JB's Conspiracy Theories, baby. Let's get the graphic up right now. Boom. That's right.
Nice. That was nice. That's good stuff.
Production value. All right. They did the press conference during Monday Night Football, for God's sake, and former Colts offensive lineman and ESPN analyst and a consultant, not a coach, not a position coach, not even a guy who's on the sideline, Jeff Saturday has been named interim head coach, and they just picked some random 30-year-old that's on the staff to call the plays. JB, your thoughts on this hiring and your conspiracy theory as to
this was something that was already in the works, right? This was something that was happening behind the scenes and we didn't even know it, right? Irsay and Saturday been boys, right? They've been boys since day one, right? And Saturday is the ultimate politician when it comes to football, right? He's the ultimate politician when it comes to media, right? He's that guy, right? And he was a great player for them for a long time. Right, so him and Irsay, they boys. Old Frank Wright, he was just there, right? And when it was looking like Frank Wright was losing his edge, that's when everything started to happen behind the scenes, right? Irsay is like in the press conference, oh, I love the fact he don't have no experience, so he ain't got to worry about analytics and all. He's gonna go with the gut. We're gonna go with the gut, right? Huh. I ain't buying this, Benny. You know what I'm saying? This shit been going on. This shit been in the works for months, right? Months it's been in the works, right? They were just waiting on the right time to pull the trigger. So, Frank Wright, I apologize to you, sir. For me, an Arizona Cardinal fan, I love to have your ass over here.
But right?
I would love to have Frank Wright as a head coach here, as an offensive mind here, as a quarterback coach here. Right? Because that little motherfucker needs guidance, right?
Yes.
He needs guidance. He needs somebody. He deserves somebody who's going to get that play into him at 18 to 19 seconds left on that play clock, right? He deserves somebody who's going to tell him, hey, little motherfucker, when you run the ball, hold the damn ball towards the sideline so if the motherfucker hits your ass, the ball go out of bounds, right? And you fumble it, right? He needs someone to tell him, hey, little motherfucker, when you run the ball, tuck that bitch so that you'll hold on to it, right? He needs somebody to tell him, hey, you little bastard, don't throw that fucking ball down the field every play. Right? I would love to have Frank right here in Arizona. I'm lobbying, goddamn.
Now, look, that might be your own conspiracy theory within a conspiracy theory.
I just laid another one out there. That's what I did. That's how I do things, right?
Right.
I talk about one, and I lay one out there.
Right, there you go. But I think it begs the question, though, and Irsay was talking about this in the press conference, how the Colts are the fourth winningest team since the year 2000. A lot of that has to do with the fact you have Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck right after that. But do you feel like another conspiracy? You laid out the conspiracy theory as to why Jeff Saturday was his guy all along, but the deck seems stacked against really anybody who's going to have this job at this point. So do you feel like there's a boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo to make Jeff Saturday? I don't know. Like, how would he even phrase this? Like a fall guy almost to position them for their next coach, or how about this?
Peyton Manning gonna be the offensive coordinator eventually.
We'll tank the season. Jeff Saturday's a fall guy to tank the season so they could get a top 3 pick and draft their next franchise quarterback. Is that a boo-doo-doo-doo? Because he knows Jeff Saturday can't get the job done.
Right.
In this set of circumstances.
I don't think that's that, Benny. I really think that they've concocted some bullshit, right? They've concocted this bullshit.
Even if they don't win.
Here's the thing, though.
It's a relationship.
Right? Yeah, the relationship, right? It's the good old boys club, right? So Saturday's in there now, right? And they got, like you said, some random 30-year-old. Well, I guarantee that random 30-year-old has been behind the scenes working heavily with the quarterbacks and with the offense, and he knows that offense in and out. He knows what they can and can't do. He's probably a brilliant offensive mind, right? Frank Wright just been having some bad, it hadn't been very fortuitous for him. Put it like that, right? He's had some bad luck, right? When you have Carson Wentz on your team, you're going to have bad luck. I'm sorry, right? It just is what it is. So I'm anxious to see how this whole thing unfolds, right? Peyton Manning is going to wiggle his way in there some kind of way. Some kind of way Peyton Manning is going to be in this mix, right? I can see it happening.
See, the interesting thing is I brought up his age because nobody on the current staff has been a play caller. It's all new to all of them. So
it's always been Frank Wright. But again, where there is a head, there's a neck, right? And a lot of times you never know what that neck is. So Frank Wright's neck is probably this kid, quote unquote neck is probably this kid who's about to start calling these plays.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll see how well this Jeff Saturday had never coached, not even Pee Wee, Pop Warner.
Well, he coached high school in Georgia, right?
Oh, God, Jesus
so I guess that qualifies him for the job. That's sarcasm, reviewers.
Oh man, Jesus Christ! Somewhere for every time a Jeff Saturday type gets a job, Deion Sanders better be getting another 10 5-stars down to old Jackson State. That's how it should work. This bullshit about Jeff Saturday. What the hell? He was just talking shit with Stephen A. Smith 2 weeks ago, and now he's on.
How about this, Benny? For every Jeff Saturday who gets a job, a Jeremy Bridges who has all the knowledge in the world of NFL football, of talent scouting, of developing and cultivating, gets a job in the scouting department that he wants, right? And not give it to fucking somebody's grandson, you know what I'm saying, who they fucking known since they were a kid. Right. How about that shit?
Yeah.
Right?
Come on, NFL. You know the goddamn deal. All right, so that's some of JB's conspiracy theories, and damn it, we are gonna get into some of our and Jeff Saturday did say the Raiders suck, and oh my god, it's gonna be
and it's Raiders week. Right. The irony.
Bulletin board. So we'll see about that. Now we're gonna get some savage picks week 10, but before we do, we got to see how we did after 9 weeks of who's bowling with a drum roll, please. God damn it. Oh my God. Dr. Jeremy Bridges is at 72-61-1, but yours truly, the Great Blue Dini, is at 80-53-1. Baby, let's go through the picks as they were made. We both picked the EAGLES Eagles to beat down the Texans. Both picked the Vikings. I correctly picked the Bengals. We both picked the Falcons who lost. My kitties got it done. Both correctly picked the Dolphins. Both picked the Mafia who lost to the Jets.
Damn it.
And, yep, that one killed us. The Pats got it done. Jaguars got it done. I picked the Squawks. Both picked the Chiefs and both picked the Ravens. Coach Raven Nevermore. Word to William. So that's it for some goddamn week 9. And let's get our guy Money Making Mitch on this for some motherfucking week 10 savage picks. Pow, pow, pow.
Turn your mic on, bitch.
Let's go. Turn your mic on. There it is.
Now.
There it is. All right. We're going to get to it right now. It's an NFC South matchup. It's the Dirty Birds going to JB's former employer, the Panthers, and the line is 3 for the Falcons. Mitch, who you got in this one on Thursday Night Football?
Falcons have only not covered once. I think they cover again. I think they win. I got Falcons.
Falcons and the spread.
Wow. Falcons and the spread. All right. Well, I'm taking the Falcons as well. I don't think Panthers are vying for that number 1 spot. And not in a good way, baby. Taking it to Germany, to Deutschland, Wiener Schnitzel, Gesundheit, all the things.
Farfignugen.
It's the Squawks taking on Tampa Bay. He's rejuvenated. He's a single man, JB. And the line is 2.5 for the Bucks in Germany. Mitch, who you got in this one?
I got Seahawks. I think they're having fun. I think they keep it up. I think they get 5 in a row.
Wow.
Tom Brady got one of them wonderful, beautiful young St. Petersburg women to start giving him mean sloppy toppy. All right. He is back, baby. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the fountain of youth in itself. You know what I'm saying? And she's probably black. Just letting you guys know that. You know what I'm saying? She riding that boy like a motherfucking thoroughbred in the motherfucking Riders Cup. Listen, Tampa Bay, baby. They're back. All right. They ruined Seattle's 4-game winning streak. All right, the streak comes to an end in Germany. All right, Das Boot.
make sure to turn it when you're chugging it. You know
make sure you turn it when you're chugging it. That's what he told her. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. I swear I got a sound effect for that. I got to fucking. Is he gonna play? Come on, internet.
Oh, that's
play
so
the
weird.
ding. Play the ding. All right, goddamn. We gotta get back to
no
the
ding. Right.
Jesus Christ. All right, look, I'm taking the Bucks as well, and really my biggest reason for this is like I hate how the Squawks travel West Coast to East Coast, and I damn sure hate how they're gonna travel to Germany. So I think The Bucs are going to get this back on track. JB, here's a prediction for you. My prediction for you: one Antonio Brown is going to be in the stands watching this one. That is my prediction for this one.
With chaps on.
Oh my! Designed by Kanye West. Pause. All right, Mitch. It's the Mitch. Do you like that Vikings going to Mafia? Now the line is 7.5 for the Bills at home. But Mitch, I'm not sure if you have injuries pulled up, but I know that I don't think Josh Allen participated in practice today, so I think he might be a borderline.
Josh Allen was the biggest DNP, which this line tells me he's probably gonna play.
Vegas
knows. Case Keenum's his backup.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Case Keenum.
I'm give Vegas credit on knowing this. I'm going to give it to the Bills. Yeah, it's the Bills.
I think the Bills defense just shows up at the right time at home, and I think that the Minnesota Vikings get knocked off their high horse.
I disagree. In this one, I am taking the Skull Vikings to get another dub, and against their old guy, old Stephon Diggs, a little revenge tour. They're on the road. All right, be gentle, boys. It's the Kitties going against the Bears, and the line is 2.5 for the Bears at home. Mitch,
go Bears!
Detroit won their Super Bowl last week. They're excited. I think they dropped this one.
Damn it!
So I think that Justin Fields has that I need to do what the fuck I need to do to help us win mentality at this point. He's going to be the X factor versus you guys. I think you guys turned the ball over twice. I think Chicago beats you guys late.
Well, a renewed sense of focus and joy on defense. Kirby Joseph is really stepping in on in his role as a safety. Aiden Hutchinson finally made some plays. So the fact that they got a big push from their defense could actually show me that if they slow this game down and limit mistakes, which is possible, and they have a pretty damn solid offense, probably still top 10 offense. I mean, I think that they could actually get this done because the Bears gave away Roquan Smith. And, they got Chase Claypool, so yeah, I'm concerned about that. But this is definitely a winnable game for the Kitties. And oddly enough, these 2-6 teams, JB, are only 2 games out of the 7th seed in the fucking playoffs, for God's sake. How about that?
Man, this shit is a toss-up like a ball in a juggling act, man. I'm telling you.
Ooh-wee. So you're taking the Bears, I'm taking the old Kitties. All right, it's Mitchell's game. It's the let's fucking limp ride fucking Broncos.
Let's do high knees on our Broncos.
Let's do high knees on the plane. At Mitch's Titans, and the line is 3 for the Titans. Why your Titans, Mitch?
Look at that evil grin.
I'm a little worried about the bye week that Denver just had. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, you're back.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm worried about the bye week that Denver Broncos just had, but at the same time, their rushing defense is really weak, and their coach even addressed how bad it is. I still think Titans win this game just because of how bad their rush defense is.
Okay, Dr. Bridges?
Tighten up Titans, right? I'm going to roll with them because they're at Tennessee, and we already know Vrabel and the boys get hot around this time of year, so it is what it is.
This is true. I think it's a lost season for the Broncos. You want to talk about next coach fired? It may very well be Nathaniel Hackett. No amount of high knees can help him out, so we are all in agreement taking the Titans. All right, moving on to Duval. It's the Jags coming up a much-needed win going to the Chiefs' Kingdom, and the line is 9.5. And we're going to bring Mr. Headset himself, Earl Burnett. Oh, you got to turn the X my friend. Oh my God.
I had to use one of the kids' day headsets, man.
Oh my God, he stole the kid's Xbox headset to be on this thing. Jesus Christ. Well, Earl, since you've been so nice and gracious with your presence.
Hold up. We echoing like crazy right now.
Oh yeah, Earl, you got to turn your echo cancellation real quick.
Oh damn, there's always something. Jeez.
Yep. Well, in the meantime,
yeah, we still echoing like crazy.
Mitch, who you got in this one? Mitch, who you got?
I got Kansas City. I think
good
they were
now?
pretty shocked by that Tennessee outcome that happened.
Yeah.
And I think they win by more than 10.
Oh, so you're taking it and covering. All right. And by the way, this is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Mitch's money-making pick of the week. It is, in fact, 9.5. Oh, they declared the spread. Let's see how he did last week when the Dolphins, not quite 3, so he's 2-3 for the year of money making Mitch's money-making pick of the week. All right, you got the Chiefs. Earl, who do you have in this one, good sir?
Chiefs playing the Jaguar? Chiefs, of course. And I'll take that 9.5, that minus 9.5 too, for sure.
Okay. Dr. Bridges?
It's the Chiefs' kingdom, sir. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking that 9.5 because the Chiefs have a tendency to fuck up, you know what I'm saying, when they're playing lesser teams. So I'm not taking that 9.5, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right, well, we're on agreement. We're all taking the Chiefs. All right, keeping it moving. It's the Browns. The dogs. Man, someone get the dog some kibble, goddammit. The Browns going down to the Bermuda Triangle and taking on the Dolphins. Oh, Earl, they're just a few short weeks from getting Deshaun Watson back. But in the meantime, who do you got in this one, good sir?
It's not going to mean anything if they get Deshaun Watson back. He ain't played in 2 years. So that's not going to make a difference. Come on now. But, yeah, the Dolphins are a fiery offense right now. They're clicking on all cylinders, and Tua's starting to grow into that offense. I like the Dolphins big in this one.
Hey, Earl, do me a favor, man. Tell me how Earth looks right now.
Say what?
How does Earth look right now? You know what I'm saying?
Come back down to Earth.
No.
Is it flat or is it round?
You look like
it's flat or round?
You look like you're sitting on the moon right now. Them goddamn headphones.
I don't know. No, this is my what's the game? Call of Duty headphones, man.
I know. You look like Duck Dodgers in 2020.
Oh my God!
It's kind of hard to take me serious in this, huh?
All right, Mitch. Mitch, who you got in this one? The Browns or Dolphins?
Browns, you're a sorry-ass organization with a sorry-ass team. Go Dolphins.
Oh, shit. Cutting promos off the top rope, Earl.
Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah. All right.
Tell them how you really feel. One of my favorite songs ever, you know what I'm saying, is Shut Up, you know what I'm saying, by a One Trick Daddy. You know what I'm saying? That actually had Edrin James, my brother EJ, in the video. So 305 it is, you know what I'm saying? I got the Dolphins, and I got them by that 4 points.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how they handle, Nick Chubb. I know he's been banged up coming back, but yeah, it's now it's the right time for the 305, and I think is when they start making that push. I don't know if they're going to win the division, but they're going to start making that push to get done. So I'm taking the Dolphins as well. All right, it's the H-Town coming down against the G-Men. 6.5 for the G-Men in MetLife, Earl.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants in this, but I don't know about that minus 6.5. They got a tendency of winning games by 1 or 2 or 3 points. So I'm taking the Giants to win late. They're gonna keep the Texans in the game.
Oh my God, Mitch, what do you think?
I feel like over the years, nobody's allowed more 200-yard rushers than the Texans, and Saquon Barkley is a fucking beast. Giants.
Hell of a stat right now, Mitch.
I like that.
I'm rolling with the G-Men, you know what I'm saying, over there in the Netherlands. You know what I'm saying? The Meadowlands. I'm sorry, the Netherlands. The Meadowlands.
Netherlands.
That's where Mitch is at right now. So the Meadowlands, all right?
That's messed up.
Go G-Men.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's cold.
Well, just like where Mitch sits currently, MetLife is built on that New Jersey swamp, and that's where the Texans are going to end up when they can't stop Saquon.
Say word to Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh my, yeah, he's down there somewhere, buried under cement. God damn it! Hey, listen, I mean, the thing about the G-Men, fellas, is that when it's a testament, like we were talking about on State of the Bird Gang, which Earl should have been on, by the way, but since he wasn't, we were talking about Earl. The fact that could you imagine if the BG had fucking Brian Daboll right now as opposed to fucking old Cliff? Man, listen,
right?
You boys would be cooking with gas right now, cooking with gas.
Y'all probably glad y'all didn't have me on.
Yeah, it's all right. I gave him enough. They ain't need double up. I gave him enough. I gave him a verbal ass whooping.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. You didn't need me. I said JB probably took care of that pretty good, probably.
It was a somber word to Ti. It was a somber segment. But we're all taking the G-Men in this one. All right. The Saints are marching into the Steelers, Earl, and the line is 2.5 for the Saints at home. Mitch, this is a frisky Vegas line in this one. Frisky.
The Saints ain't marching no more. They ain't nowhere near marching.
Limping.
But this gonna be one of them ugly games, though. But the Steelers just know how to play good defense enough just to pull out wins with Mike Tomlin being at the helm, coaching them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers, and this being at home is, of course.
Okay, Mitchell.
I hate this game. Why are we talking about them?
Let's talk about it. It's there.
I'm going home team. Let's just go Steelers because they're at home.
Steelers, nasty. The weather probably going to be stank in the motherfucker. It's going to be cold. Steeler type of football weather, and they're going to do Steeler things. It's going to be mud on people's uniforms.
Dalton a quarterback still?
It's going to be mud on people's uniforms because they got Jameis Winston behind them. And it's like, what's for what, right? One's black, one's white, but they're the same person, right? Yeah, I'm rolling with the motherfucking Steelers.
Yeah, I guess there's only so many L's a Mike Tomlin coach team can take, and damn it, this is not going to be one of them. So this is a jank. This is a jank ass game to bet on. I think if you bet on this game, you're asking to lose money somehow, either on the Saints or the Steelers somehow. But I'm taking the Steelers as well, just for the advantage at home. I probably still take them on the road, but I definitely like them at home. All right, Earl. It's a team that's going to be coached by they could be coached by you with that damn headset. It's the Indianapolis Colts. Headed to Vegas, and they're probably going to be drinking at Caesars before they go to this one. They're going against future unemployed head coach Josh McDaniels and the Raiders. The line is 6 for the Raiders at home, Earl.
When y'all do that, it sounds like y'all choking, like the Raiders been choking all year. Man, this is. What a game for a new coach that has no experience to come in against a team that's pretty much in the dumps right now. You get a chance to get your first win, but I don't think he'll do it. The Vegas Raiders should be able to take care of business at home. I mean, I would hope so.
I know,
but definitely not that. Definitely, I ain't taking that -6. That's for damn sure.
Oh man, Mitch, you got.
I love chaos, and nothing would be more fun to me than Jeff Saturdays going and saying the Raiders suck and beating the Raiders in Las Vegas. I want that to happen so bad. I'm locking in the Colts just for that.
Locking them in. I like this.
Ursay is on the private jet right now, snorting coke and drinking on the way to Vegas now.
Exactly.
Listening to this podcast, right? So I'm rolling.
Future guest.
I'm rolling with the Indianapolis coach, you know what I'm saying? Saturday, I'm like you, Mitch. I love buffoonery.
Wow.
I am a fan of buffoonery, especially when they got shit to do with me.
We're on the same page,
it
took us so long. We're here.
It's okay. I was always right there, brother. But especially when they got shit to do with me. I love buffoonery. I love witnessing buffoonery.
Hey,
this is buffoonery at its best.
JB, let me ask you this. If you're a new coach coming in like that, do you turn to your veteran and say, look, dude, I need you now? And get Matt Ryan off that bench again and come back, and you keep with the young guy?
Yeah, I'm getting Matty Ice going. And what we gonna do is we're not gonna make him throw the ball down the field 30 times a game.
Oh my god!
Right?
Okay.
We're gonna shorten things up. We're gonna run that bitch. We're gonna do play action. We're gonna move the pocket a little bit. Right? We're gonna blitz lightly on defense. Run some two, some shell, some six, some cloud. Hey, we gonna turn they gonna turn the ball over. If you've been watching Vegas play all year, all they do is turn the fucking ball over.
Right.
Benny, what the fuck did I say at the beginning of the season? What did I say? What did I say was going to be the reason why it was going to be so bad?
What did you say? I don't know.
His last name starts with a C.
Oh, Carr.
He has a brother who played in the league who wasn't very good. Yeah. Wow. He's the reason that they're not very good, right? Period.
True.
Wow.
True. Listen, I mean, just for the sake of this, they don't have anybody who's actually called plays like we talked about in JB's conspiracy theories. I am going to go with the Raiders, but let me tell you something, man. Nothing would warm my heart than Matty Ice getting activated as starter, throwing for 350 yards.
Matty Ice about to come off the motherfucking bench with a bionic motherfucking arm. All right, you know what I'm saying? He's about to be the $1 million man, Colt Seavers. It's about to be crazy. Vegas gonna be crazy. Somebody gonna get fucking shot and killed after the game. You know what I'm saying? Old ladies gonna get beat up and robbed. It's gonna be all kind of shit going on in Vegas at that fucking Colts game, man. It's gonna be wild as fuck. It's gonna be one of the wildest scenes that's happened in Vegas in a long time.
Hey, do you think the damn fans out in Vegas give a damn what that team's doing right now?
They be too hungover to understand what's going on.
No, because their cheap seats are still $250, which
Oh
is
my
ridiculous.
God.
For
Damn.
like
Still the
nothing
Raiders fan
guaranteed.
base, man. Listen, all I'm saying is before you move on, if Josh McDaniels loses to fucking Pop Warner Jeff Saturday, Bill Belichick should be contractually obligated to literally physically remove him from Las Vegas. He should have to be like a U.S. Marshal that sits next to him on a plane and flies his ass back to New England.
Handcuff him.
Handcuff him.
Handcuff him, you know what I'm saying? He walk on with the fucking handcuffs on the plane. He got a muzzle on.
I know that one receiver.
Like Tommy Lee Jones.
I know Devontae Adams might be wanting to rethink what he did in the offseason.
And he looking like, damn, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Speaking of fucking up, it's a ding, 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 ding. How about them cowgirls? I mean, them cowboys going to the boom, 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 melted cheese. Go Pack, go Packers. And the line is 5.5 for the Cowboys on the road, Earl.
Yes, I will take it. And the Cowboys are going to come in there and rub shot over them dudes in their own stadium. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Packers, man. It can't just be receivers and I mean, I don't know if it's the offensive line, or is Aaron just getting old?
Rodgers.
Or is Aaron just getting old?
He's starting a podcast with Joe Rogan. He's got new priorities.
Right. Here's the thing. Nobody ever points the blame at him. Have you never noticed that? He doesn't take the blame at all. Right. But he has to take the blame because he's stinking right now. That dude is not looking nowhere near the Aaron Rodgers we know. And he's trying his best not to blame it on everybody else. But it's part him, and it's part of him not having those receivers that he normally has. So I like Dallas in this game, period.
Yeah, not taking the time in the offseason to really kind of build with him, and he's paying for it now. So you're taking Dallas. Mitch, who do you got?
For some reason, Aaron Rodgers has to hate the Cowboys more than any other team because he just knows how to beat the Cowboys no matter what roster they put out there. I think this is a game that the Packers randomly win.
It's not the Bears, Mitch.
He's not. Oh, he agrees with that. Mitch, it's a world record. You agree with JB twice on one show.
Aaron Rodgers is about to come out, guns blazing. The belt's gonna come back out. The crowd's gonna be nasty as fuck. It's gonna be fucking interception after interception thrown. That defensive backfield for the Packers. Let's get it right. Them boys are still dangerous. I'm sorry, right? They've been very unfortunate. They've been very unfortunate because they've had some bad penalties called. Right? That linebacker core is solid. That goddamn defensive line is solid. That defense is solid. They're going to shut the fucking run down. They're going to make them one-dimensional. Dak with that fucking bionic thumb is going to fucking throw 2 interceptions. And Aaron Rodgers is going to get back to Rodgers' form. Green Bay going to win this motherfucker.
It hasn't been Green Bay's problem on the defensive end. Green Bay's problem has been on the offensive end.
Well, here's the thing, though. The problem is
Dallas is the best defense coming in there going to put that pressure on them.
But here's the thing, though, Earl. Listen what I'm telling you, right? You fall back, you simplify, right? You focus on the run, right? Trust me when I say it's going to happen. The reason why the fucking defense of Green Bay has been having such a hard time because they've been on the goddamn field fucking 70% of the game, right? Yeah, so let's slow it down, keep our defense fresh because when they're fresh, they can wreak shot, they can wreak havoc. And the Dallas offensive line ain't really that good. Let's be real, right? The Dallas offensive line ain't really that fucking good. So they're going to exploit that. They're going to take advantage of it. I'm telling you, motherfuckers. Bitch! Try to tell him.
So Rodgers gonna have his Brady moment this week against Dallas. Is what you said?
Gonna be fucking back.
Yes.
Okay. I got a feeling that pressure gonna be on him enough to keep him to where he is. That's just me.
He know how to do that. He know how to deal with that.
All right.
Well, that's all well and good, and the OG reviewers, as you guys know that JB is good. JB is a hell of a salesman when it comes to making some of these picks. But damn it, I'm going to another car lot because I'm taking the Cowboys. I do not trust the Packers defense to make a play when it counts. I'm not worried about Rodgers. Rodgers is going to scramble his way into at least one. So hey, I'm taking the Cowboys. All right.
Well put.
Oh my God, here it comes. Word to the banner behind JB's shoulder. Man. It's the BG headed out here to LA against the Rams. The line is 3 for the Rams, although Stafford's in concussion protocol, so I'm guessing it's 50-50. But Earl,
can I just start this one off, please?
Please, go ahead.
Can I start this one off? We don't lose to the Rams at home. At their home, we don't. We just don't. We don't. Right? We beat them in LA. We'll lose to them at home, but we beat them in LA. Right? So I'm going to take us in LA, right? I don't give a fuck if Stafford is in concussion protocol or motherfucking. It don't matter. We're gonna beat him, right? And again, that's gonna save Cliff's job to my displeasure, right? I'm just gonna be honest. I would want us to lose the rest of the fucking games, the rest of the game of the season, so he can get fired.
Earl's face.
But we're gonna win, Earl. You know we're gonna win, right?
Earl, who do you got?
And Cliff's job is gonna be saved, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, Cliff did well. Keep him."
I would love to agree with you on this, but I can't, man. We still have about 4 shells left to put in the gun, and we're gonna hold on. Listen to me. We got about 4 shells left. We got about 4 shells left in the gun to shoot the rest of our toes off the other foot. That's what we got left, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and I'm gonna tell you this much too. Even if Matthew Stafford's not playing in this game, we have a tendency of giving it up to the backup more than we do than the starter.
You're right, and we do.
So we need to start getting our offense vertical. It's been 9 weeks now. We ain't figured it out yet. We're throwing everything behind the line of scrimmage. I can't see us doing anything different.
We know the elephant in the room, man. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So
we know.
And if long as Cliff is calling these plays, bro, I don't know. I'm going with the Rams with McVay. McVay can make something happen with a little bit more than what we have. I'm going with McVay at home. And to not trying to correct you because you are right. We do win in LA, but the last time we were in LA, we got our ass kicked.
We did playoffs
in the playoff game.
Thank you for the
regular season. What happened?
Regular season, we're good. We all right.
We mashed them. We mashed them too. All right. So
Mitch with the correction. It is 1.5, which makes a lot more sense.
1.5. All right.
So
1.5.
Earl's got the Rams.
That's safe. That's safe. But I'm taking the Rams at home in that one.
Right. You got the Rams. JB's got the BG. Mitch, what you got this one?
1.5 tells me that Wolford's starting, or Wolford, or whatever. I don't know how to say his name. It doesn't matter. He's beaten the Cardinals before with 325 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of saying the Cardinals should win this game, and they just drive me freaking nuts. I'm tired of it. I can't do it anymore. It's the Rams. I'm done. I'm tired. Rams win. Done.
Whoa!
Oh my God! I actually think the Cardinals, because there's a sick, twisted franchise, not unlike my Detroit Lions. I think they're going to win and keep fucking Cliff alive. I think they're actually going to put it together and have a really good game against
that's what's going to happen.
Down Rams. Right? I think
they're
going to win.
The Rams are such a train wreck right now, right? We're going to go in there and win, and then everybody's going to be kissing Cliff's ass again. Yep. For whatever reason, I don't know why Cliff has the people so on his side. I don't know why.
Because he's buying them drinks in Scottsdale. That's why
I guess buying them Coke in Scottsdale, and I ain't talking about the one that gives you a smile. All right,
hey JB, on a serious note, bro. Let me ask you this: did you know about all the insides and outsides of NFL and how things work? When you talk about Cliff as the coach, we already understand what he's doing as a coach. That, in my opinion, and both our opinions, he should be gone. But when you think back 20 years, the same people running your scout. Running everything that's giving you everything to go look for to get players from. Should you be going way back to digging deep and taking the fools out first before you take Cliff out?
No. We got playmakers on our team right now, bro.
No. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about. Here's an example. Steve Kine's been in this organization for 20 years.
Yeah, and before you say anything, he's brought playmakers to this team.
Yeah, right? You're going to have some good, some bad, all of them are like that.
All a GM can do, bro, is stock a team. That's all he can do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So a coach and a GM owner and a GM hire a coach. The GM don't do it himself. Right?
Right.
So, but
let me ask you this. When a GM comes in, doesn't he usually bring in his own scout team, his own everything? But we've had the same scout team that they've bypassed that. And I'm not trying to point the finger at A-Dub and all those guys that have been doing that job. But those are guys that is giving Steve Keim and all those guys, the guys to go look at in the draft every single year. And those years that we've been screwing up our freaking draft, we're getting the information from those scouting report guys. Well, so if you go in and dig into that, go further back, we've been doing this for 20 freaking years, and that's why we can't get nowhere. We can't get anywhere, bro.
Earl, due to the fact that I'm trying to join that staff, I'm not going to incriminate myself,
right?
By saying anything like that, right? I do believe that we have had playmakers on our team.
Okay,
right? We have had playmakers on our team when Denny Green was there, right? We have had playmakers on the team when I was in the Cardinals organization. We have had playmakers on our team since I've left the Cardinals organization, right? We've done well. We went to the fucking Super Bowl with the same people that you're speaking about and the talent they brought in, right? It ain't got shit to do with the talent, brother.
A better
it's
coach.
The motherfucking man who's calling the plays. It's the man who runs the whole show. If we had a better coach, we would be fucking. We'll be a man.
Oh yeah, I agree
fucking
with
snowball
that.
running downhill right now.
Right? Fellas, we gotta go. So let's
keep it moving. Keep it moving.
All right.
Keep it moving.
It's the LA Barstow, San Diego, San Antonio, Bakersfield Chargers headed to the Niner game. And the line's 7 for Frisco at home. Earl, quickly, who you got?
I got Frisco. Chargers don't look right.
All right, Mitch.
Frisco. We got no Keenan Allen. They got no Mike Wallace.
Wow.
They're both out, so I got Frisco.
Okay. Frisco, to be honest, Frisco because they're at home. Because if they was in LA, I probably would took the Chargers. Being honest.
Okay, well, I think the Frisco run starts now, so I'm taking them as well. And finally, it's Monday Night Football. Two of JB's former employers. It's the Commanders going to the EAGLES Eagles 8-0. Earl 8-0. The line's 10.5 for the Eagles at home.
And they will be 9-0 with that 10.5.
All right, Mitch.
I've watched Carson Wentz way too much. I cannot choose the Commanders any given week. It's the Eagles.
At home? Come on, man. EAGLES Eagles.
It's the beer in control. Heineke. It ain't Carson Wentz.
Yeah, we're saying same plan, but still, it's
still
the Eagles.
The Green Lizard. My bad. When your nickname's the Green Lizard and there's 500 lizards in the NFL and you're green,
it could be this beer in control and they still wouldn't win.
I got the Eagles as well. Bye weeks. It's the Bengals, Pats, dude, the Jets, and the Ravens. We'll see who's right, who's wrong, who's both right, who's both wrong. Our thanks to our guy Earl, Money Making Mitch. We're kicking you out of the stream. We love you guys. JB, we need us, baby. Take us home. Talk to the people real quick.
I ain't got shit to say, but stop being fucking stupid out there. Brittany Griner, hold your head, baby. All right, yes. Man. They doing our girl so dirty, man. And I would say to the government to do something about it, but it looks like Russia is basically saying, "Fuck y'all. We got one of y'all who's gonna treat her like shit." You know what I'm saying? Because fuck y'all, right? But either way it goes, though, you know what I'm saying? We have the power to control what we control. All right, love one another. Love one another, people. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to tell you. Love one another. You know what I'm saying? We are one people. All right, you know what I'm saying? Follow us at JB and Benny Blue on all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what it is. All right, whatever social media platform you got, Patreon is one of them, right? You know what I'm saying? We live stream now, changing that, right? 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Mountain Standard, and 9:30 on the East Coast. Right, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you still want to hear our melodious voices. That $1 hot get that. Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. Get with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all the love. Available, of course, casualsports.com as our guy Earl, you know what I'm saying, who is the figurehead of this whole casual sports thing. Just left us, and we appreciate him joining our show. Constantly live streaming, right, on the casualsports.com, us and other podcasts as well. Sponsorships, interviews, new music, or hate mail. We don't give a damn. All right. JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. Holler at us, man. Of course, you know what I'm saying. If you hadn't listened to or watched our episodes in previous episodes, we do show and preview new music, and we do a live listen right then and there. Give you a live reaction right then and there. Episode 237. Right. Yep. We appreciate you guys for hanging on with us, man. I know it's been kind of long, but that's just how we do it.
Yes,
well, I'll see y'all next time, man.
Till next week at the new time, we are out, baby. Peace. Yeah.